back. Good morning. This is Life Pastor Kyle. The Journey to Winning Anyway Life. I am your host for all things winning. Let's get it going. I am so excited this morning for the weekend and for all that God is doing and all that God is doing in your life. I'm so excited. Listen, this is Life Pastor Kyle, and I'm just ready to win in every area of your life. Hope you're ready. Come on in. Let somebody know that we're on and want to just take the time and say good morning. Good morning, Maria Briscoe. Dr. Bishop Ernest Morgan, good morning, man. Hope all is well with you. Tawanda Lottie, Canvas Book of Sap, how you doing? I'm still getting the September, that month together that we're going to all meet on a Monday. Deja Young, I see you over on YouTube. Good morning to you. Brittany Long, good morning. Listen, y'all, I'm excited. This lesson today is going to be coaching, prophetic, your business, all that. Miss Patrice Rogers, Mama Pat, God bless you. Good to see you in the morning. Valencia Miller, happy Friday to you. Hope all is well with everything everybody's doing. I'm so overjoyed. I know we missed being with you on last week, and it's okay. We missed it, but it was okay. We had a wonderful time. I took some time and had a word. Hello, Danny Hand, to rest, and I felt it, so I did the rest thing. Minister Renita Holloway, good morning. I see you. She said, good morning, Life, Pastor, Prophet, and all that. God bless you. Good. Thank you so much. Dr. Ernest Morgan, good to see you, Bishop. Man, congratulations on everything. And it's exciting for what God's going to continue to do. Andrea Thomas, good morning over there, Northside. Good morning. Good morning. Look, there are 11 of you on here. I want you to like, share, tag someone, let them know that we're on. Tell them this morning is going to be a morning that they need. Tell them to stop calling you, stop texting you, stop sending you subliminal messages on inbox, Facebook. Send it directly to you. I'm this kind of person. I'm going to send the message directly to you so you'll know what I'm thinking, what I'm feeling. Rika Hood, God bless you. Renika Bolden, good morning. I want to talk this morning about analyzing yourself for the win. You got to analyze yourself. You got to stop letting other people analyze you and analyze yourself. I'm going to be nice. I have some Bible for that too, but I'm going to leave it alone. You have to be able to analyze yourself. If you analyze yourself, other people won't have to. It's going to be really good, though. It's going to be really good. And people take these messages. If he's shooting at somebody, no, I'm shooting at everybody. Because here's the deal. I want everybody to win. And you cannot win if you don't take the time to look within yourself. You have to look within yourself to find out, am I really the problem? Am I really the problem? Or am I blaming everybody else for the problem that I have that I'm not willing to look within and deal with? Good morning, Tisa Collier. And so you have to decide, I have to take the time to look within. That's what's most important. This is what's happening in this day. I can't get real prophetic on this one because I'll mess up all my sermons I'm doing in the future. Hello, Minister Blunt. Good to see you. Geraldine Shelvin. Good morning. God bless you. And so therefore, I'm processing slowly how I speak, what I talk about, who I talk about it with, and how I go, because in this season, we're preparing for something. Many of you are preparing for careers and what you're going to do and what you're going to get done. A lot of that stuff's going to be totally irrelevant in a minute because there's just so much going on that's going to make you have to shift. You have to look outside of what's happening in your life and then look within. Hello, Keith Young Jr. Good to see you, sir. And so I'm excited about it. I have about another 30 seconds and I can really start and go in. I'm going to start a minute early, let everybody catch up, and we'll get in there. And so, Natasha Jacobs, good to see you. So that's our lesson for today. I want to talk about analyzing yourself for the win. Hello, Dana Wells. Good to see you. God bless you. Praying, healing, and holding for your life. And so I want you to understand that when you start analyzing yourself for the win, things going to come out. You ready, Maria? Let's go. I'm so proud of Maria. Maria now has a class. Is it every Wednesday, Maria? And I'm not trying to go every Wednesday. I'm not trying to go at all right now. I'm just trying to get my head together to be a blessing to some people. I think she has a class. Is it every Wednesday? It used to be once a month or something like that. And they invited me to come, or is it once a week, something like that? It was a young Christian athlete, something like that. And now I think she has a class this is how God opens doors in the school system. She has a class. Good morning, Mr. Sidney Morris. Excellent job on Wednesday, man, once again. Now we got to just get your schedule for your careers together. Yeah, how to do all your careers at the same time. But yeah, Word Wednesday is the teenage edition, where every Wednesday she gets to teach the word at school. Oh my God, that's amazing that God would open doors like that. And You got to understand sometimes God opens the doors. He wants to open the way he wants to open it. And it's not what you want all the time, but it's the way God wants it. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited for her. So she gets a chance to walk that thing out. And so listen, let's get into the lesson this morning. I don't want to keep going. Kenneth Davis, good to see you, man. When you begin to analyze yourself for the win, and I'm not trying to rhyme, I'm just telling you, you have to take the time to look within. I just heard something from Maria. Maria, God said this is how God's going to keep your son when he's not with you, that you're sowing seeds into other people's children every Wednesday through the word. And so God's going to make sure that your son is covered and your family is covered because you're sowing the word every Wednesday. Not just getting a word on Wednesday night, but every day on Wednesday, you're sowing Wednesday in the word at school. Oh my God. Guys, intertwining your careers with your professional life. Let me help somebody. If your career and professional life is not intertwined with your everyday life, then you are spiritually schizophrenic. Good morning, Pastor Eric Mosley. That is not what God is doing right now. I'm trying to help y'all. Those of y'all that are divided, this is this and this is this. If God ain't the center, I'm sorry, be nice. If God's not the center of what you're getting ready to do, and he's not the goal of it. So Allison, good to see you. Good morning. Then you're really not doing anything. And what you're going to do is my mom sang this song, says, only what you do for Christ will last. That's where we are right now. This is the area we're in. Hello, Trish Jenkins. Good to see you, Trish. Hello, Manny Saeed, Dr. Emery Shelvin. Good to see y'all. Let's move forward. I'm going to get my lesson. So God bless you, Maria. Continue winning Wednesday, a Word Wednesday on Wednesdays. I'm so excited. Listen, before you can win in public, I want you to look. Today is going to be an inside look for some people. Before you can win in public, you got to learn how to win in private. Just because you smile and look good and do all that in public, if you can't get your mind together and be at peace in private, then you're really faking it. Okay? Before you can win in public, you got to learn how to win in private, because real success comes from self-examination. Doesn't come from how many people clap for you. It comes from, is my music too loud? Sydney, I don't want the music loud. I want it to be just I want it to be right. Tell me if it's right. Let me know. So before you can have real success, you must have what's called a self-examination. You got to make sure that if I am successful, can I maintain it? Because I'm always examining myself. That does not mean you're going to be hard on yourself. You're going to judge yourself. You're going to go off on yourself. It simply means I'm going to make sure that I'm keeping myself in alignment with what it is that I'm trying to do in my life. And life is getting so now where your careers don't really matter to anybody. And for all of y'all, let me just be nice. For all of y'all who think you're social media savvy, if you keep sharing your opinion and your feelings on social media, you're going to lose your life. And I mean life as in career. And somebody you could lose your life. Dr. W.V. Law, good to see you, man. You could lose because people are no longer valuing life. This is the era where God talks about when the end of time begins to happen. Where you can misunderstand something and somebody take your life for a misunderstanding. It's the time you really got to be led by Holy Spirit. You got to follow God in your life and be around. I'm going too fast. Real success comes from self-examination. It comes from asking yourself the hard questions. I mean, it comes from being around people that when you have self-examination, that you're able. You said it yesterday. I'm in. Let's go. I'm in here. I hear y'all. Because when you have self-examination, you really can't fully examine yourself because you don't qualify. Got it. Miss Dana Wells, they don't have to do social media background checks no more. They just look at the page and see something wrong and it's over. And you don't have to have that. If you say the wrong thing, people will show up at your house thinking they have a right to judge your opinion. And so here's this. So many things are distractions while God's trying to get his church ready. We're busy trying to look good to people who really don't even matter. So when you talk about having real success in life, Y'all get me, y'all pulling on me. You gotta leave me alone. Because I got time for it today. You have to have self-examination. And when the self-examination comes, you don't qualify. That's an oxymoron. Hello, Wandale, good to see you. It's an oxymoron. It's really another level of a paradox. It's something that looks one way, but really is something else. But it's an oxymoron because it doesn't make sense. To have self-examination, which is really the examination of yourself, but you don't qualify to examine yourself because you're already where you are because of yourself. So your self-examination has to be something supernaturally spiritual, led by Holy Spirit and led by God, and then by the people that you've surrounded yourself with. So if you surrounded yourself with people who are only yes people to you, or who have no godly wisdom, they can give you, here comes Minister Mars' message, they can give you all the logic that you need, but logic will not produce in the faith realm. So real success comes from self-examination. And sometimes self-examination is when someone tells you who you are and what you are. Dr. Charles Day, good to see you, man. Who you are and what you are. And you have to sometimes shut your mouth. No, you have to sometimes think about what they say to find out, is it true? You have to ask yourself the hard questions, or allow people to ask you the hard questions. Y'all ready? And you have to directly identify your weaknesses. Got it? You have to identify them. Most people hide them. You have to identify them. Once you identify them, you must deal with them. Because if you're not honest, hear me well, relationships, business, all of y'all, period. If you're not honest about what you bring to the table, don't get mad when somebody else is honest about what you brought. Good morning, T. God bless you. If you're not honest about what you brought to the table, don't be mad when people are honest about what you brought to the table. And let's don't get it twisted. Let's not get it twisted. If you're, hey, Alicia, good to see you. When people holler, well, you got it right, you can't tell me, you're right. I don't have to tell you anything. You don't have to tell me, but I want to show you something. If you're not honest about what you brought to the table, don't be mad when you're no longer invited to the table. Or don't be mad when those that are at the table leave you at the table alone. Good morning, Danielle. God bless you. Good to see you. Don't be mad when people leave you at your table because you were not honest about what you were bringing to the table, because you won't do a self-examination. You won't ask yourself the hard questions. You won't identify your own weakness, and you won't deal with where the weakness is so we can know what the weakness is, so people who have that as a strength can cover and the unity can be strong. But if you keep bringing the negativity to the table, and somebody call you on negativity, don't be mad. I'll give you a Bible. Acts chapter 16, verse 10. Tells you why it's important to have self-examination. Because when God starts to give vision, he only gives vision to committed people. Got it? He only gives vision to committed people. Hey, Mabel, good to see you. He only gives vision to committed people. He don't give vision to people who desperate. He don't give vision to people who crying. He don't give vision to people who are whimpering. He gives vision to people who are committed by faith to what he's giving them and going to be committed. So then what God will do is he'll give you the vision to a person who's committed, and then he'll surround you with other visionaries, other committed people. I think Mr. Morris said it best when he said, our problem with faith is that we have to have something to do to make us feel like we're doing something. I have people in my church like that. I'm just not doing enough. You're not doing enough. You don't seed, you don't tithe, you don't invite people to church, but you want to do something at church to be seen by people in church. No, you're not doing enough, and you're not going to be doing, and you won't be doing too much on my watch, because you're not doing what the least of them should be doing, which is living your life the way God designed it. So what God will do is, here I come. So God will do, he will find committed people. He will give the vision to committed people, then surround them with visionaries that have pieces of that puzzle, of that commitment. And then if you're not honest about where your weakness is, then you can sometimes lose your support. That's company, that's business talk. Because if you have a mediocre mindset, you'll never attract excellence unless you're faking. If you have a mediocre mindset, you'll never attract excellence. And you definitely won't attract the excellence that God has designed for your life vision. That's why you have to analyze yourself for the win. Hear me very well. Hear me. If you're listening, say go. Type the word go. I need you to kick in. There are 25 of you on here. There are 21 hit like and love button. Everybody on here tap that like a love button. I need you to type the word go. I need some of y'all to share this so your friends can stop trying to analyze you without the proper understanding of how to analyze you. Because they're not analyzing you the way God wants to analyze you. They're analyzing you by their logic. I see y'all connected. I see y'all. I see the connection. I see it. Tonita, here I come. Y'all see it? I see you, Tisa. Capital G-O. I see you, Andrea Thomas. Capital. I see you, First Lady. Stop typing while you're driving, First Lady. Yes, ma'am. That's it. You can't. You have nothing to attract it with. Okay, y'all ready? Here we go. I want to make sure you're listening. Hear me very well. Analyzing, I'm gonna bless somebody. Hey, the laws are in here today. The law, Dr. Wilkie Law, Lady Tar Law, Kyle, Danita Law. God, whew, boy, we getting a lot of you. Good to see y'all. Hey, Naya, listen very well. I want y'all to hear me. If this hits your spirit and I punch you in your gut and you have to swallow when I say this and your stomach turns, I want you to type me when I say it. You ready? Because I know it's coaching, but it's totally prophetic. You ready? Analyzing yourself is not condemnation. It's preparation. Dr. V. Eric Gordon, analyzing is not condemnation. It's preparation. So you don't get kudos for telling you, I'm gonna tell my truth. I'm stupid, I'm tripping, I mess up, I'm crazy, and but pray for me. No, that's not analyzing. That's you trying to act as if you're humble in front of people so people can trust you when really you're probably a witch or a wolf in sheep's clothing. No, analyzing is not condemnation. So why would it hit me in the gut? Because most of you think, the Bible says, judge not lest ye be judged. But it also tells you, if you take care of you, then God won't have to. Humble yourself. The only way to humble yourself is you have to analyze yourself. Y'all got it? Analyzing is not condemnation. It's preparation. It's you telling yourself the truth about where you are to prepare for where God wants to take you. Did I get it right? Hey, Kiara, did I get it right, Gerald? You got it, Gerald? It's not condemnation. It's preparation. It's me saying, this is where I'm strong. I don't need any more help right here. This is where I'm missing it. This is where I need the help. So once you get the help in the weak place, then the barrier is fortified. Did I help? I helped one person, Geraldine. Okay, help one person. Okay. So I want to talk about analyzing yourself for the win. I helped one person. That's if I could just help one somebody as I travel along. If I analyzing yourself for the win, I'm here to tell you it's a blessing. Watch. Because when you analyze yourself for the win, it means you're examining your life, you're examining your visions, you're examining your actions, and you're doing them honestly to see. Hear me well, somebody. I punched you, Tonita. I'm sorry. Tonita, I didn't mean to punch you. I don't mean to punch women in the gut. I meant to punch your spirit in the gut, but not you. Y'all ready? Here we go again. Analyzing yourself for the win. It means examining your life, examining your vision, examining yourself, your actions, and doing them honestly. Watch this. Hear me well. I'm not up for negotiation. I'm not up for this. This is what I know works for life. So you can align your life, your visions, and your actions with God's standard of excellence for your life. You got to stop wanting God to bless your mess. Oh, he said that? Sure, I did. There are some things you got to stop. I coach people for part of my living. It is so funny that people are not willing to give up their nightmare or their dream for the. I talked to Donna Blunt yesterday, and God gave me the revelation, talking to her, the difference in the vision and the dream. I'm not going to tell you. I'll go around it, but I'm going to teach it in my class at church about dreams and visions. And there are many people who are not willing to give up their dream for the vision that God has for them. So they don't qualify to walk in the will of God, the full will of God. I wish Raquel was on here. The full will of God, because that we talk about the will of God in three areas. And I forgot how the Bible lays it out. The scripture we found that gives you all of them: the good, perfect. I'll get it. My mind is stuck. I'm stuck on the vision, dreams part. It's easy to have a dream. All you have to do is lose yourself. But when God gives you a vision, I'll give y'all this part. Brittany, text me this. It's easy to find yourself. It's easy to lose yourself in a dream. But a vision is where you find yourself. I just got that one. I ain't gonna tell y'all how I discovered the difference in dreams and visions last night. But you can lose yourself in a dream. A dream can be bad. You can almost die. You can almost fall off a cliff. You can dream anything. But a vision is given by God. And that's where you find yourself. And some people can sit with me and have $1 million visions, but they're not willing to let go of a dream they picked up when they were broke. So how can God give you something whole that was meant to heal you when you were broken? You don't qualify because you have to let go of the broken in order to receive. Okay, you got to analyze yourself. Oof. Okay. So God has a standard for your life, and it's on the side of the vision, not just your dreams. You got it? Here is, come on, you guys sitting. If you read 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5, talks about examine yourselves. Now here it is now. Here is the biblical definition of examining yourself. Paul said this: examine yourselves, ye whether be in the faith. In other words, check and see if what you're doing is in the faith, or if it's just something that you're doing. Check and see if it has faith building or faith producing potential. If it does not have that, then why are you doing it? And what is God preparing you for, or what are you holding on to that you're rejecting God for because you're not willing to let go of your dream to grab the vision that God's designed for your life? In English, to analyze means to carefully examine something by breaking it down into smaller pieces in order to, here it is, understand it better, explain it better, evaluate it better, and manage it better. That's what it means to analyze something. In a simple term like this, it means it's something that comes that's looking deeper than the surface. It's deeper than what you see on the surface. When we go to Jamaica, the water looks beautiful, but if you go out too far, your feet can get caught up by sea moss. That's a plug. See that? Caught up by sea moss. Or you may feel a rock under the water, but you don't see it on top. Analyzing, oh, there are rocks in this area. I'm in a pit. I need to move. Oh, there's sea moss over here. I need to move. Because what I'm analyzing now, I don't see on the surface. But now that I know, I need to move based on what I've analyzed. I'm helping you, Renika. Here we go. To analyze something is asking why and how, not just what. And here is where simple minds stay surface. We simply answer the what. And we're happy to say, hey, look what I found. Hey, look what I found. Hey, did you see this? I found this. Hey, look, I know this. Look what I, We know the what, and we say, why is that, and how did it get there? Oh, I don't know. I said in the meeting of the day, I'm a root kind of person. I don't care what, I want to know why and how. Because the why and how will tell me if the what is sustainable. The why and how will tell me if the what is for me. The why and how will tell me if the what should be for me now, should have been for me in my past and I missed it, or is it for my future so I can prepare so when I get the what, I can keep the what. Are y'all following? That's how you have to analyze things. Things are not just what they seem. You have to be able to analyze it, and you have to have a mature mind to do so. So to analyze also means it means separating pieces of the whole to see how they work or fit together. When you open a puzzle in the box, sometime in the box, they come, sometime, I've had some, they're all together. Got it? They're all together. You open the box, you flip it upside down, and you mix the pieces up. And the goal is to put it back together like the picture is on the box. Most of us can't put our lives together because we have no vision. We've dreamed things, but we have no vision of what God wanted to do with our life. So without a vision, all we're analyzing is our nightmare. Our dream. And we don't have a vision, so we don't know which way to go. Here's why some people don't have a vision, because when visionaries are giving them vision, they are rebuttaling because it doesn't look like you're right now. Example, a prophet can say, this is what you got to do. You got to get this done, get this done, get this done. And then people say, well, that's advice, but we're still grown. And because if people feel like a person has a right or a person tells them what to do, then they feel controlled. When they feel controlled, then they rebel until they're broken and broke. And then they want to know, can I do it? But time is of essence. And when you, I'm blaming on Minister Morris. Minister Morris said, how can you trust God for salvation? I'm going to go deeper. How can you have enough faith to say you trust God to raise you from the dead, but you don't trust God to obey a word that he's given you from somebody who's trusted as a prophet, or a word from somebody who's not in your situation? Many of you don't qualify to analyze yourself. You have to get trusted other people to help you come out of yourself. There's no way to minister to people based on where you are. It has to be outside of you. You have to find out why they're where they are, how they get where they are, what are they dealing with, why are they dealing with it. Then you have to have empathy. You have to decide, how did I deal with it when I was there? And how did I want people to deal with me when I was there? And nobody dealt with me that way. Let me be the different one. I'll help you in a minute. I'm coming. Let's go deeper, because in life, analyzing yourself means looking at your habits. Come on, Canvas. I'm sorry. I'm in here now. Looking at your habits, looking at your motives, looking at your strengths. That's analyzing yourself. You got to look at your real motive. And if you lie in the process of analyzation, then your analytics numbers would be thrown off. I just threw that in. I'm sorry. If you lie while you're analyzing yourself about your motives, your habits, and your strengths, then eventually everything you build will crash at one time, because you lied to yourself. So you have to see, if I analyze my habits, write this down, somebody. You ready? Your habits, your motives, your strengths, and your weaknesses. You will see what's helping you to win. Your habits, your motives, your strengths, and your weaknesses. You will see what's guiding you and helping you to win. And you'll also see what's holding you back. If you never look at what's holding you back, then you're already back and stuck. You just don't know it. And even if you're moving forward, your movement is limited. It's limited to what you're holding on to and what's holding on to you. This is where you have to resist pride. Because old people said it, and then young folks said it about guys when their pants were sagging. They said this: don't advertise what you can't produce. Don't advertise what you can't produce. Because if you only have mediocre, then advertise mediocre. Stop advertising excellence and producing mediocre, because eventually you're going to lose your support. What do you mean? People are going to stop believing you'll ever have excellence. So you have to analyze things in your own life. Okay. When we talk about vision and building, you have to find out, what's my motive? What's my motive? Why? And see, here is how the devil fools us. When we start analyzing ourselves, when we find the weakness, we start telling ourselves how much stronger we are over someone else. And we start to justify our own weakness. So the devil has you to wrap your arms around, coddle, comfort, and cool your own weakness, which means your weakness never becomes your strength. That's why when people analyze your weakness and give it to you or expose it to you, that's why we fight so hard, because it's our baby. Truth be told, if it was really a weakness, it should succumb to strength. It doesn't, because we fight for our weaknesses, because we babied it instead of maturing it and developing it. And the only way to develop a baby is to discipline it. If you don't discipline your son or your daughter, they will beat you in the end. Truth be told, Bible says this: spare the rod, you're going to spoil the child. Another verse says, if you discipline them, they won't die. They'll grow up to understand that I need to have discipline in life. As you analyze yourself, you got to check these things out. What's my real motive? Watch this. Let's go further. Business people, ministry people, want to be leaders, already are leaders. You ask yourself the question, they'll ask me about our church, about my ministry, about me. Why should people choose your church? Why should people choose you? Why should people pick you over everybody else in the world? I was with our banker yesterday, and our banker said, all the churches over here, how did you build this in this area, blah, 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 blah. I said, my people aren't from this area, number one. Number two, some of them are, maybe 20%, 15, 20%. He said, wow, that is major that your ministry is not just from this direct area. Most people frown on that, but they frown on it. And so I said, well, this area is already saturated because my father started here. It's okay. He said, well, why would people choose you? I said, I'm glad you asked, man. I've already answered that question before. And the only way to find out, to give a real answer on why people choose you, is you need to really analyze yourself. Let me kill this comparisonitis right now. When people honestly analyze themselves and get to know themselves better, then you can answer that question. You can't answer that question based on your opinion or your feelings. Because here was the prophet's answer. Because I have a deposit in my life. Well, let's back up. First thing I know, I've been to big churches, and the churches are good, and the word is good, and the music is good, but the people have no battle scars because they don't even battle. They just believe that if I go to church, I'll be okay. I'll be okay. But because of how we build people, our church has been used to build people that came to our church broken and broke, and then turn around, get what they need and leave. That's why I don't mind people leave. Just leave right. But if you leave wrong, that's between you and God. I don't mind people leave, because I know there are visionaries assigned to the vision that God will always keep and confirm. I was on the way home yesterday, and Apostle Gaddy called me and said, God's finna do something, and told me what God said, and got off the phone. I was like, my God. He didn't know I was with a banker yesterday, but he told me, he said, God don't want to, he gonna use the banker later, but he gonna start blessing inside the house. But the people got to believe. I said, man, I got it. Watch this. Because if you don't know yourself, you can never do a proper analyzation of yourself. You will always analyze you based on other people. They got this, they got that. That's called comparisonitis. That's not you doing, and that's not you analyzing you. Because when a person honestly analyzes themselves, they get to know themselves better. So the question they asked me, well, why should people come to your church? Why should they choose you and your ministry? Because I have a deposit in my life that they can't get nowhere else. Why? Because I'm authentically me. I have a deposit. There's nowhere you'll find me saying, I want what he got. I want what she got. I want what they got. If I get it, you wouldn't even know it's yours, because when I remake it to me, you wouldn't even know it's yours. But we have a habit of wanting to get what people have. And we compare ourselves to say, I'm better if I can get what they have. That's not analyzing yourself. That's analyzing down to make sure that you can compare with somebody else. I have a deposit in my life that you can't get nowhere else in the earth. I am authentically God's. I'm not arrogant. I just know I've worked and cried and prayed and cried and fasted and been beat, betrayed, lied on, talked about. And then there's some truth to some of it. I've made mistakes. I've done all that, but I'm authentically me. And once you know that, then you're never intimidated about or by anyone else. Once you know who you are. Okay, I'm almost through. Okay, we gotta go. 37 minutes. Oh my God. But see, listen. Because once you know that, you'll never be intimidated by anyone else once you know who you are. When you analyze yourself, when you analyze you, it gives you, watch this, it should give you, when you do real analyzation, it should give you the courage to confront mediocrity. Here is how you confront mediocrity. When you get with somebody who you say you trust and say, listen, I deal with 3 things in my life, this, and this. What do you see that I do that keeps me stuck in this area, this area, this area? And then you got to promise God and that person that you won't get offended in your immaturity and run off like a big baby because somebody tells you the truth. You got to go back and hear the whole thing, Sabrina. You got to, and Sabrina say, you have battle scars. You have no idea. You've come in the abundant days. Sabrina say you have battle scars. You have no idea. The things you see now, those aren't battle scars. Those are Band-Aids. Here it is again. When you analyze yourself, it gives you the courage to confront mediocrity. A person who never asks who they really are is a person that can't be trusted because they don't know. You don't have the qualification. Nobody gets COVID or the flu. And no, Sabrina, she says, ouch. No. I'm saying, what she say, ouch? Why you say ouch? No, I'm saying you just got to our church, so you don't really know the battle scars I have. Right now, these Band-Aids, now we having a good time. Now we having ice cream. The real battle scars, oh my God. We're gonna tell some of the stories real soon at the church so people can know where our church has been. Let's go forward. You can't confront mediocrity on your own. You have to have somebody you trust that can tell you the truth about yourself, and then you can analyze that and receive it. Watch this. If you become offensive by the truth that they give you, then you are in rebellion, and God's gonna get you for wasting their time and wasting his wisdom in them to give to you when you're gonna count his voice as advice. Let me say it like this. I'm a prophet, so I don't like when people ask me for advice when they're desperate in situations, and then I give it to them and you do the opposite. And then when it don't pay off, you come back to me because now you want me to give you an answer to your disobedience. It's a waste of my time. Once, okay. Twice, okay. Third time, leave me the hell alone, because you're wasting me and God's time, and you don't mean, you're looking for a way to find a way out of what you're in. And then what's happening is when you get a word from a man of God or somebody who has wisdom, then you tend to want to do the opposite to prove you're better. That's comparisonitis. Or do the opposite based on what you feel. That's you trying to play control. And you have to be careful, because that kind of rebellion will move you into witchcraft. When you have too many things that you disobeyed in, too many things that you failed in, too many things that you had the right answer to the wrong thing, it's because you've heard yourself. And then now you want the person, a man of God, take time to stop and help you do something else No, he's now, what he's been doing or she's been doing is they've been helping you to build your rebellion barrier. And then now when you get older, you're stuck in it. Because you don't want to do what nobody say. You want to have complete control of everything and everybody. That's witchcraft. And sometimes you're not in witchcraft. The devil has just fooled you, and now you're having to live it out. Other day I heard the prophet say online, she said, everybody has a moment of failure and frustration and to be around witchcraft. But it's different when you make it your life and start living in it. Everyone has an issue with offense and being offended. But when you start building your life out of offense, you're already on a failure track. Nobody builds a 2-story, 4,000 square foot house, 4-car garage, swimming pool on sand. Because you know eventually when it rains or when it gets too hot and the sand settles, it's not a real foundation. So when you really ready to analyze yourself, it gives you the courage to confront mediocrity. Where am I missing it? Where am I failing? Where am I tripping? You can't advertise what has not been cultivated or developed. You can't. Facebook has made some fools out of people. Your social media is supposed to be an extension of you, not another you. Say it again. It's supposed to be an extension of you. It's supposed to teach. It's supposed to help. It's supposed to encourage. It's not an outlet for your opinion that has not been developed by you and that you have not lived. You can't be successful on social media and begging in person. You're mentally or intellectually or spiritually unsettled. Don't advertise what has not been cultivated. Because there's no commitment there. Let me get through because y'all not ready. This is coaching, teaching. This is hard talk. This is where you have to analyze yourself for the win. Because when you cannot walk in the freedom of God based on even your weaknesses, I bring them to the altar while I celebrate my strengths. You can't get there because there's no commitment there. Has to be a commitment. What's up, Alan? Has to be a commitment. Those who just came in on last 10, 15 minutes, go back to the beginning and get this so you can analyze yourself. Because real commitments will unlock clarity. God sets everybody up. Hey, Laura, go back to the beginning, y'all. Real commitment unlocks clarity. What do you mean? When you really become committed to something or somebody or whatever it is, when you really get committed, God will start to show you yourself, hey, Deja, in those things that you are committed to. That's what the commitment is for. The commitment, see, you have to have a commitment before your committal. Committal's when we bury you. God is obligated to give you what you need for the commitment before your committal. The problem is we ignore what he's trying to give us for the commitment, which makes our committal come sooner. Y'all get that later. Committal is when they say commit your body earth to earth. Commitment unlocks clarity. Whatever you committed to, consistently around, consistently dealing with, consistently holding on to, eventually you'll find out who you really are. Who you are mad, who you are happy, who you are sad, who you are. There's no way to be in anything and you not have clarity about it or you. When you're in something, think about it. When you're in something, if you don't have clarity about it or you for long periods of time, you need to go see a therapist. You should. Because that means you locked up a part of your life that's been reality for too long. Or you just a big liar and you lie to yourself. And you want to keep that part of your life hidden from other people because you want them to believe who you really are when that's not who you really are. Commitment unlocks clarity. Because when you unlock clarity, then God begins to give vision. And vision is always clearer on the other side of commitment. God don't give you vision, then say commit. That's the old, that's the old church. God, if you want me to be saved, give me a new car. God don't negotiate like that. That's not how God, if you want me to live right, then send me a husband. God said, that's not how I work. I want you to be committed to Christ first. Vision is always clear on the other side of commitment. And just because you go to church don't mean you're saved. Just because you're there every week doesn't mean that your faith is intact. Doesn't mean you believe. Because when God gives you a test of belief, look in the mirror at how you respond. Look in the mirror and say, okay, God, I'm responding like this because I don't believe. It's easy to believe when everything is good. I'm getting this thing together, and I'll tell y'all one piece, and you'll hear it again. God says, this will no longer be a test of your faith. A test of your faith. This is now going to be your faith tested. A test of your faith is to see if you have it. Your faith tested says your life depends on it. Now is the time that God's trying to find out, do you have what your life can depend on? Now is the time you make the choice. Am I going to adjust what it is I need to do to make sure I have what my life can depend on? That's why you got to analyze yourself, because God's pushing people. He's pushing people. And you have to have enough confidence in your calling. What are you called to do? I told y'all months ago, I don't give a dang about your career. What is your calling? Because your career will take you to hell. How many people have degrees and you're nowhere close to your field of your degree? What you do has nothing to do with your degree. You know why? Because you wasn't willing to sit down and guide your life in the right direction. You took the first job that paid you enough money to pay your mortgage and pay your car note. So you have a good career, but you keep putting God on Do Not Disturb because you have not assessed your calling. You've not found out how to tie your calling into your career. And if you don't find that out, your career and your calling are two different things. And you are not in the will of God for your life. I'm going to say it. You're not in the will of, if you haven't found out how to tie your career into your calling and your calling into your career, you are not in the will of God for your life, because you are not helping yourself to grow or anybody else. You're just trying to find a way to make money outside of what God designed for you. Yeah, I'm that pastor now. You have enough confidence in your calling. And listen, don't get it twisted. Pastor, how do I do it? You can make anything you do tied to your calling, but you have to be disciplined enough to do it, and you have to have the wisdom to do it, or somebody to show you how to do it. But you cannot keep them separate. Ain't gonna work. And because God ain't gonna support nothing that doesn't support him. That doesn't make sense. That's why I'm not supporting anything that ain't supporting me, or ministry, or God. I don't have to. It's a waste of life. It's a waste of time. It's a waste of balance. Y'all missed it. Y'all missed it. So you can trust yourself. This is why God wants you to analyze yourself for the win. He wants to see, can you trust yourself to your calling? Because once you can trust yourself to your calling, that's where winning begins. I'll say it again. When you can trust yourself to your calling, that's where winning begins. Can't expect to win while you're battling. You're in boot camp. Your calling's over here, your career's over here, and you over here frustrated. And your faith level is low. You're in a battle. You're in boot camp. God can't even get you the benefits of being enlisted. You can't go to college. You can't do it. You can't get through boot camp. How do I do it? I must stop now and analyze myself. I got to analyze myself. And I'm analyzing myself for the win. I want to get myself to the place where I tell myself the truth, where every time I hear something outside myself, I need to analyze it and see, is this something I can use? Is this really true? So let me tell you something. When 17 people tell you the same thing about you and you say that's not me, you should be committed. Or you have a closed ear to truth. Once you have a closed ear to truth, you're damned. Because the truth is what sets you free. And the devil has told you that they all come to control you. They don't understand you. They don't believe in you. And here's the funny part. You are listening to the enemy as if he's God. And the question I have for you, is he yours? My sheep know my voice, and a stranger they will not follow. Be careful, because God's accelerated our lives. So who you follow, they lead you right to the pit. You'll know because they're not going to tell you the truth about yourself, because the truth will set you free. Truth is the key. Truth is the thumb. Truth is eyes in the lens. Truth is access. Truth is a way out. If you don't have a way out of your frustration, see, here's how the devil talk. Yeah, it's time to leave the church now because I heard that sermon. We said online it was a way out, and God been telling me it's a way out. That's how the devil talks to you. That's a way out of covering, out of protection, out of wisdom, out of truth, out of development. And most time that happens, people already have done their due diligence on how they can cover themselves. Heard it 5,000 times from many preachers. Isolation. It's the devil's manipulation. Suicide. That's why it's time to now analyze yourself. It's time to analyze yourself. And you can't analyze yourself with yourself. You got to analyze yourself with people who God has given you to help you through this time. I've been on here too long. It's 51 minutes, but I only talk 46. This is Life Pastor Kyle letting you know. What happens in your life, you can win anyway. But you got to trust God in your calling. You got to trust God beyond your frustration. You got to really trust Him. You don't have time for the minute things. You know that God has favored you by all of the things that He's trying to distract you with. You got to analyze yourself now. Don't wait until you've lost anything else. Don't wait until you're frustrated about anything else. Begin to analyze yourself now. Hear the word of God. Hear what God tells you. Evaluate it well. And then here's the problem that we have. We hear it, we write it, we post it, we share it, we copy it, we do all these things. We give the quotes. We don't live a hill of beans. You can't declare, man, I'm going to my sermon. Just because you're a Christian. Christian means to be Christ-like. A lot of y'all are like Christ, but you're not of Christ. That's a whole nother sermon. You got to analyze yourself. Am I like Christ? Am I like a Christian? Do I shout and dance like them? Do I go to church like them? But I'm really not a follower of Christ. I really don't. There's a difference in following and being like. Like is comparison. Following is commitment. Oh my God. Send it to me, Brittany. Like is comparison. Following is commitment. A lot of people seek for convenience, not commitment. Analyze yourself. I'm not giving y'all no more. Analyze yourself. I'm saving that. Analyze yourself for the win. Let's see what God's going to do in your life. This weekend's going to be supernatural. No, man, I'm out of here, man. I'm not giving y'all that. No, I'm out of here. And people have gotten comfortable because the devil has taught us how to be Christ-like. Bible, having a form of godliness. Shout, dress up, jump, run, dance, but you ain't got no power. It says, but denying the power thereof. No power. And so now what's happening is God is sending power battles. Can you win the power battle? The battle in your mind, the battle in your heart, the battle in your faith. Can you win the battle? Analyze yourself. Let's see what God's going to do. So, Father, thank you today. Those that took time just to think about it, just to have an opportunity to give you glory for their life. I pray strength for everyone who's about to analyze themselves. I pray strength for them who are about to ask themselves and others the hard questions about them. I pray strength that they'll be able to hear it with a mind of love, a mind of receptivity, a mind that's open enough to understand that the only way to grow is to deal with it. I pray that no offense be buried. I pray that no offense be carried. I pray that no offense sticks or hangs on in any way, and that you will get glory out of everyone who walks this process out for their life to analyze themselves for the win, knowing that the win is where they trust their calling from you. Thank you for calling us winners. Thank you for letting us win. And thank you for declaring that we are winners. We'll now declare for ourselves in Jesus' name. That happens in your life. Know this, you can win anyway if you just decide to analyze yourself for the win. Have an amazing day. We'll see you soon.